Welcome to Get Her, celebrating women who rise, thrive, and inspire with Amber and Jeanette. Welcome back to Get Her. It is Friday, and after our first few episodes, we kind of got a little vulnerable, we got a little deep, we got a lot real. And now it's Friday, and Jeanette and I just wanted to celebrate. So many times, especially as women, we don't take the time to celebrate us, to celebrate the journey, to celebrate how far we have already come. There are so many times where we have this vision of this end goal, and we don't celebrate until we get to that end goal. But the thing is we need to celebrate the journey, celebrate each other, celebrate all of the small steps. And then when we get to that big end goal, we need to sit in that goal and enjoy it and embrace it. So often we want to quickly create a new goal and step into that. So today we are celebrating. Jeanette and I have so much stuff to celebrate for. We just got off of a live call this morning. We started our day with Amber Hagberg. You guys will hear us talk about her so much because we're her fangirls. But we got off of a call today speaking with her, and it was just so good. And we felt like our energy was just on fire, and we needed to get on and record a podcast episode and share it with you guys. So here we are. And Jeanette, my question for you is, what are you celebrating today?
Such an amazing question, and you just like take this moment. Like we started the day surrounded by such beautiful souls as we all came together and that expansion. And today is, for me, it's just been a celebration since I woke up and knowing I was going to be on the live with you. And of course, you were going to be there too. And Amber, that, it's that celebration of this sisterhood. And, I continuously say doing the things, but this has been this one time and this one event in my lifetime, with all the retreats that I've been part of, that this momentum, like this is more than we are creating a legacy as the new title is for the Here for More Now, going into 2025. But this is like a true celebration of doing these things with ease, of feeling supported and just showing up. Like we honestly just get to show up and that energy, like your cup is full. And to be with two women on this live, Amber times two, is like really celebrating, what is to come. It's not even just like, and today was just this like reminder. It's like my face hurts from smiling all day. Is just this reminder of the life we get to live, right? And the things that we get to do together, as we constantly say. And it's like this is real. This is real. Like these friendships, these partnerships, these collaborations, this is it. This is the real deal of women supporting women. And it's bigger than just a retreat. It's bigger than our podcast, right? And it's like everyone is creating, that's coming together. These women are creating parts of the journey, right? It's almost like you can picture these like crossroads of like everyone coming together and meeting in the center, right? They're coming together in different ways, creating different things. And then in the end, coming together to truly celebrate each other and that sisterhood, right? Like this is something that we search for, and it's here. Like we're doing the things and supporting each other. There's no competition. It's like full wholehearted alignment with our each individual passions, our each individual journeys, our missions, but then coming together. And that is truly what I am celebrating today, is that I have, I'm honored to be part of this, to have found my tribe, to have found the circle, the women, the community that does all of these things with you, for you, and celebrates you, right? And I was like, it just feels so, so good. Like my whole heart just feels like it's like overflowing. Like all day today, I was just like in this magical space. And it just feels so, so good. To share this, right? Because it's for all those women that are going to get on the plane, at any of our events, that are going to cross paths with us, that we get to share this energy with them, right? And this sisterhood and this friendship and all of the different projects that are coming through. And I am so excited for you to share what you were excited about.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I resonate so much with everything you said, right? Because that's part of celebrating the journey. We don't think to celebrate the relationships that we've built, or, sometimes we tend to, I don't want to say take them for granted, but it's like, oh, like I have this community and it's so good, but how often do we take the time to celebrate that? And like you said today, I started my day off with celebrating with two of the most amazing women in my life. And then I got on another call with another group of people who light me up and support me. And then all of these different things. And now you and I are back here again. And it's just going to keep that momentum and that energy moving forward. And that's so important along the journey, right? Is finding those people who light you up and propel you forward and make you so excited for the things. And then knowing too that you're doing the things together and you don't have to do the things by yourself. And you always have that love and support, and just being really grateful in that moment for that and celebrating that. And I think that's beautiful. Um, for me right now, I'm celebrating life. All of the things that are happening right now are just so good. I talked on my Instagram stories today about how today was such a great day. It still is a great day. It's a magical day, but I have the power in me to make every single day a
Mm,
magical and powerful day, right? And even on those days where I don't feel magical and powerful, I know that I have a group of women that I can contact and get a hold of and be like, hey, I need your love and support. And I know when I get off the phone with them, I feel that fire and that magic and that energy again, right? And today was to get more on a what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Not practical, but um, Coker and I are celebrating tonight because we've been working really, really hard on, it's been since October of 2024 that we've been working on purchasing a venue, and it will be a wedding and event center. And we've been working so hard on that. And it's really funny that we're talking about celebrating stuff because when Coker called me, we were on a three-way call with the woman who will be running the event center for us. And Coker's like, all right, so this is actually finalized. Like we're gonna be closing in April and we need to do X, Y, Z. And he was going over all this list. I said, hold on, wait a minute. I said, this is official, right? Yeah. We're closing, right? Yeah. Okay, then why aren't we celebrating? I need you to take your corporate voice down and celebrate the heck out of the fact that we are finally in that space of celebrating a long ass journey. And he laughed at me and he was like, no, you're right. You're right. And so we celebrated on the phone. And so, again, like that's a big win for sure. But I can tell you right now, there was a lot of no's before there were yeses to celebrate. And just being in it and celebrating the journey, celebrating the tenacity and the drive to push you forward. And I feel like that goes for anything that you put your mind to, whether that's a goal or just living life. I mean, how often do we wake up every morning and celebrate the fact that we got to live another day? It's huge, right? So
so
I'm just
huge.
celebrating life in general. I'm celebrating a high energy day. Um, I would say it was a high energy week. Well, it kind of was. It was a high energy week. There's been a lot of good things happening. We've launched to get her. We have created more episodes and we're doing the damn thing and we're doing it together. It's so good.
It's so good. And like from the beginning of the week right through till now, if we really like think about it, of all the things that have come through and like even the conversations that we've had and together, but also like separately. And I just feel like there's been a big energy shift this week too. So the planets must
Mhm.
be aligned in some certain way because it feels lighter. It feels
Mm.
expansive. And it's like no, obviously you would get that news today, right? Because we were in that energy from the time we woke up until now. And, just to celebrate you and taking a moment for that, like I am so excited for you. That means you actually have a venue now for the the stage, which is exactly where you wanted to be and, deserve to be. So not only do you get to hold the space within the actual event itself, but you're holding the space in the actual like building, like it's yours. And that's a celebration too, right? It's like almost that you started the event before you had the venue, right? Which in my world is usually it depends. It depends on how that plays out in some capacities, on whether I, definitely agree with that statement. But now that I'm with you and helping you with all this and celebrating, it's like, okay, this is what it was meant to be, right? And it's like that exciting energy of like, you had to wait. It's like that hurry up and wait, right? But it's like when you know and you're in alignment, you just keep pushing through, and what is meant to be will be. And, even for your event, we did that exercise that I told you to find this unique space, to find another conference center, to find these things so the energy is flowing, right? And the universe was like, okay, great. Thank you for your homework, but you actually get the retreat space that so desire, right? And to move into that. So that's just a celebration on its own of us when we are in our true essence, when we're in our alignment, to just like keep pushing forward, right? Because what is meant for us is always going to be. And if it wasn't this space, it would have been something else. But I'm just super excited that we get to celebrate today that it was the space and exactly as you had manifested, right? So it's like that's a double celebration.
Oh, for sure.
Which-
Well, and it was in my visualization when the vision for Her Voice, Her Stage came to me, it was so clear that it was in that space. So when things kept happening and we kept getting knocked down and we kept getting denied from other people, we were like, okay, well, I'm still holding that space that this is going to work. And yeah, you're right. If it didn't work out, there was always other spaces I could do, but my vision was so clear. And I swear the universe was testing me because it was one of those things where I was like, no, like it's going to be in this space. I know we're getting this space. I know it's going to be there because my vision was so clear. So,
Yeah, which I just love. I just love because I know that we've had these conversations and we did research other spaces too, right? So then to see it come around full circle and see that, it's almost like you passed the test, right? It was like, how bad do you want this, right? And if you stood, you could have just been like, oh, I'm just going to do it here instead. And would the outcome have been the same? It's really hard to say. We can't completely predict that, but you were grounded, you stood in your vision. And even though we researched some other places and spaces, it was like, no, this is it. This is it. And by staying in that and staying in your power, the outcome came through exactly what it was meant to be, which I think is so beautiful in terms of just like not giving up, right? Because you could have just been like, well, that's it. This isn't working. Obviously the universe doesn't want me to be here. It's challenging. There's too many obstacles, right? And like I keep saying, like we did research other places so that there were other options, right? Like there were some fun places, some different things that we could do for this event. But the universe was like, okay, okay, you did the thing. You got, an A+ in your homework and you get the building. So it's like this, yeah, it's just so incredible to see that journey and to have been here with you together as you like maneuver through this final part of it. It really is a true celebration. And when we get to October and we're celebrating on that stage, you get to stand there not only for someone who's holding the space for the event and your vision, but also the building itself and all of these other things of like something that you get to create with your then it will be husband, to be able to celebrate those things too, and that journey from getting from here to there, which I think is beautiful. And really showcases, how we celebrate and taking that time today to just like celebrate that, not even the events and everything else, but just you standing in your own power and focusing your energy on what your gifts are and what your vision is, that clear vision of how you're going to walk that stage. And I told you, I had a vision when we were on the retreat, and it was like, we're barefoot, because that's the way I like to be, is barefoot in my, in our suits and just like being on stage in our matching outfits, obviously. And celebrating each other. But it's like that actually was like this one vision. And now it's like, oh, this is actually like coming clear as day coming through, right? Without us even doing anything. Like we have a podcast,
yeah,
you know?
we're doing the things. We're doing the things. We're doing it together. And it's so good because like you said, it started with a vision and now we're living that vision. And we're
Yeah.
living in this space that fuels us and that lifts us up. And we're bringing that into the world, into other people. And it's so good. And it's something to celebrate in itself, right?
But I think even too of like coming together, right? So like you and your husband have this, it's like this, there's so many different little avenues of like growth and expansion, collaborations, celebrations, and just like partnering together to do these things together, but on so many different levels of bringing in, so many different aspects of that everyone gets to celebrate. Everyone gets to, feel this success in different ways, right? Which feels really, really good and exciting. It's just like, wow, wow. The celebration of collaboration, as we bring this to an end, it's just allowing that space and inviting. This is an invitation for everyone to take this moment to call your bestie, to call your soul sister, your coach, your husband, your children, whoever there is just taking this moment to celebrate every little thing because the little things are the big things. So together, we are celebrating not only each other and this on this journey that we are embarking together on, but also everyone else and celebrating them as they find their way in their journey with their passions and everything is a celebration along the way. The little things are the big things.
Yeah, so together we want to celebrate you. So, our question to end today's podcast is what are you celebrating today? Put it in the comments. Let us celebrate you. We want to celebrate you. And with your rising, your thriving, your inspiring, whatever it is that you are celebrating today, share with us so that we can celebrate and hold space for you. Until next time, we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.